Wow, isn't this view gorgeous? Oh my gosh. So I just got back from New York Swim Week. I literally just got off the plane, went home, took a quick shower, came here. This is called Rosa Sky. This is a really beautiful rooftop bar that I've been wanting to check out. It's like a rooftop kind of lounge, and I know they serve food, and I'm starving right now, so I just figured I'd take a stop here. Okay, I'm thinking, I heard the Cuban cigars are like a very Instagrammable moment. They're like, it says a crispy shell, let's see, queso, pickle relish, so it's that, and apparently it's like rolled up like a cigar, and it's like really tasty. Then I'm getting the buffalo chicken empanadas, and also the chilled shrimp. Oh my gosh, it's like in a little ashtray. At first I'm like, is this a dog bowl? Or like, but it's supposed to be like burnt on the ends. Looks like a little wonton. There's like sauce. I couldn't make up my mind, so I decided to order a couple different drinks from the menu. So this one was called the Mexican Kiss, which I think, everything I got here was mocktail, but I think it was like a tequila-based drink, supposed to be a little spicy, I think she said. And then this one was the Rosa Sky. It's their signature drink, and it has the rose, and I'll just see how it tastes. I forgot what else she said was in there. Oh yeah, it was strawberry and I think lemonade, minus the vodka, so it's just like a strawberry juice. It's good. So I just got back from Colombia, and I saw right here that they had empanadas on the menu. So I was like, ooh, I gotta try it. But it's buffalo empanadas, and I love buffalo sauce. So I'm gonna give this a try. Let's see how that is. Get some chicken on there. I love it. And so I asked again, this is actually passion fruit. So this is kind of like a passion fruit juice. It tastes so yummy. And I had to finish it off with something sweet after that buffalo sauce. So I just got this. It's a rosé chile mousse, I think it was what it was called. Some kind of sweet mousse, so. Little blueberries. So I'm gonna give you a little New York Swim Week recap. So I just got back today. I wanna share with you that it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. As much as I would have liked it to be, it was not as fun of a time as it was at Miami Swim Week, but that's okay. I wanted to talk about kind of like the stuff that happened while I was there. It rained right before my show, like literally downpoured, and the entire runway was wet. Also, the LED screen went out, it went black halfway through my show because of the rain. That sucked, and I think that would have gotten a lot of people extremely upset, and I was upset, but I feel like I still rocked the runway because right before we went on, they literally said, all girls must take their shoes off, take their shoes off now. I wanted them to because we didn't want any like liability or anything like that, but I actually told them no because my shoes were a part of the outfit, and I was so determined to walk in those shoes, and I thought they were beautiful that I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing that, I'm not taking the shoes off. And then I seriously turned and started talking to somebody else. You know what, if I fell, it was on me. I figured, you know, I have a few options. In life, we always have at least 3 options. 1 option is no option. 2 options, now you have a choice. 3 options, now you finally have choice because you're actually doing what you want. Kept the shoes on, and I figured, you know what, if I slip and fall, this will go viral anyway, so I'm gonna give it my best shot. So how it went down is the runway's kind of short. I walked out, did a few poses, and I figured I'm just gonna stop halfway to make sure I have my footing, to make sure I can get it all the way down without slipping, because it was seriously so slippery. And it's very befitting because this was called the Icebreaker Collection. It was kind of like melting ice, if you will. It was like little white blocks, and it was all wet on the runway. Long story short, I ended up making it down the runway by like doing a little stop in between and just kind of going up front. It all worked out, made it down and back. All this goes to show is that you can't let situations get you down just because something doesn't go exactly how you planned. It's all in how you handle it. The whole idea was brand awareness anyway, and it's all about how I want to represent my brand. The girls looked great. They did an amazing walk down the runway, even if it was barefoot. I think no matter what, this all turned out to be an incredible show, and it comes down to how you handle the situation. So I just invited my friend Marissa over here. She actually walked for me in Miami Swim Week. She is a model, and she has an amazing personality, an amazing message that I wanted to share with you guys. So just got back from a little Rosa Sky, and I invited my friend Marissa over here. She walked for me in Miami Swim Week, and I just wanted to invite her over here because I felt like we had really important topics to talk about when it comes to walking in Miami Swim Week as a designer and a model.
we are making a video about the most asked question I always get, and that is how to walk in Miami Swim Week. So I was lucky enough to walk for Megan this year with Megan May Swim. So I wanted to do this video with her so we could talk about both of our experiences, me being a curvy model and an unsigned model walking in Swim Week, and then for you being a designer and being a short model walking in Swim Week. So we're gonna go ahead and just have an open discussion and tell you guys our experiences, and hopefully you get some value from this.
When I tried out for Miami Swim Week when I first moved down here, everyone told me no. I remember waiting in line actually. And
those casting lines.
Those casting lines, and already it's extremely hot here in the summer. And they would come out and say, like, if you're under 5'7", you can just leave the line now. After I'd already been in the line for like an hour. As a short model, it just has to be a designer that accepts short girls.
But I'm very curious to hear about how it is as a designer. Because we all know backstage, it's like chaotic and
definitely, yeah.
overwhelming.
I want to say it's a lot of pressure. I feel like it's already pressure being a model in Swim Week, but then it's like, this is my name. This is Megan May Miami. And so it's not just pressure walking, but then I have to think about everyone else walking too. So I think all designers have their own looks that they're going for. For me, I've tried to portray different vibes at each swim week. The Miami Swim Week, hands down, has already been my favorite. I just did New York Swim Week. Miami Swim Week, I just couldn't top it. It was the liquid metal and the sandstorm. Oh my gosh. Marissa was a part of the Sandstorm collection. You looked amazing in it.
I think that was the only two-piece I wore this year.
Really?
I wasn't mad about it. I was like actually excited to wear one pieces, but I was excited when you guys put me in a two-piece. And then I love inside of all her bikinis are like motivational messages. Oh, mine were so good. I'll have to remember what it was. But both of mine like really resonated with me. And I don't know, it just gave me that little extra oomph when I put it on. Like, I don't know, I had that little like gratitude moment when you guys put it on me. And your team was so nice. Like,
I love my team. So sweet.
I walked for 9 designers this year.
Wow, amazing.
And your team was definitely hands down one of the best.
Just
in the way they
energy,
made us feel.
right?
Yeah, because some of the designers just threw a bikini at me and like kept it going, and you guys like said, how do you feel? Like pick out what shoes you'll want to wear. Like you guys gave me options, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it makes you feel like a part of the show.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what makes for a great show. Instead of like telling the girls, this is what you're gonna wear, this is how you're gonna walk, I'd rather have you guys become a part of the experience. That's part of my brand as Megan May Miami. I wanted it to be a 3-dimensional experience.
And for girls to get into your show, didn't you do some sort of campaign on Instagram?
Oh yeah,
like
a model search.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did the model search because I wanted to give opportunities to girls that weren't signed and weren't a part of Miami Swim Week already. I ended up picking 2 girls, which you met, Taylor and Bella.
That was really cool. I saw that on Instagram, and that's when I started following you. I was like, oh, who's Megan May? This is interesting.
Yeah.
Because, you know, so many girls ask me, and I had sent your contest or the submissions to a lot of girls, because a lot of girls ask me, how do you get into Miami Swim Week? And I think what you did would be perfect for girls out of town. So I'll go ahead and answer that. The biggest question I get is how to get into Miami Swim Week. I've only been doing it for 2 years, but I would say you want to follow Miami Swim Week, the shows, and Parisio, those 2 Instagrams. And what I do is I do not leave any, any rock unturned.
Oh, right, yeah,
unturned.
any stone unturned, yep.
So I DM every single brand. Some of them got back to me, and I have booked shows by DMing them and submitting virtually, just submitting a walking video. So if you want to walk in Swim Week, make sure that you start practicing your walk. And if you didn't show up to their castings, you weren't allowed to walk. So designers couldn't just pull in any girl. You had to go to an Art Hearts casting. And some people I've talked to, I don't know, maybe seem to think that they don't need to go to castings or that they're above that. And I have gone very viral for a lot of walking videos, and I still was out there for hours and hours sweating with every other girl.
Putting in the time, putting in the effort.
Yes. And people would message me like, oh, why are you at castings? Like, you should just be thrown in. Like, you should be the top girl. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm putting in just as much hours and effort, and like no one's giving me a you know, go to the front path.
I feel like no one wants to go the extra mile. And so you're in castings, you're showing up, you're doing the work. A lot of people want it, but they don't want to work for it.
And that's my biggest thing with, you know, most of the girls that message me, I tell everyone the same exact thing, and I feel like girls sometimes want me to give them like this elaborate cheat code, and I'm like,
there's no mother load on Sims, honey.
Yeah, like there is no like get out of jail, go straight to the front, nothing like that. It's literally I'm showing up to every single casting. I am DMing every single brand.
It's showing up, it's doing the work. I actually learned a lot of this from real estate. I used to do real estate before this.
That's the hustle.
Yeah, exactly. So I did real estate before this, and the fortune is in the follow-up is what I learned from real estate. So I also learned it takes 8 to 12 touches by like following up with people, because at the end of the day, every person eventually is going to want to own a home, is what we were taught anyway. So it's just following up, making sure everyone knows that you're a realtor. Well, for you, it's like making sure everyone knows that you're a model. Hey, I'm a model, I would love to walk for you. Hey, by the way, just touching base, love your brand, would love to walk for you. So it's not just one DM and then you're set. It's seriously following up with them, like maybe not every week, but maybe every couple of weeks or something like that.
Yeah, and I had the similar experience. I was in sales before I started modeling. So
that's amazing.
We had the same exact thing, you know, like 8 to 10 follow-ups or touches, you know, before someone's actually gonna buy, you know? So I got that. I picked that up about you. So when you wanted to do a video together, I was like, yes, this is my kind of girl, you know? Thank you so much, Meg, for doing this. I always get asked these questions, and so I wanted to make this video so people can, you know, understand more about Swim Week, more about modeling as a curvy girl, modeling as a petite girl, and that it's completely possible, but it's a hard industry. So if you want to get into this, definitely adapt that hustle mindset. And
I want to make a point of that too, is I appreciate the hustle mindset. I don't want, I think I saw like a trend on TikTok, the lazy girl jobs. Like, I'm not about that. I'm all about working hard for what you have, working for what you want in life. So next year I am going to be doing another model search, so girls can have an opportunity to walk that otherwise wouldn't. I'll give you a link next year, but there's going to be always an opportunity if you're willing to search for it. Keep turning over those stones. What did you say? Like, don't leave any stone unturned.
Yeah.
Make sure you're going after it. Have that one clear vision that you have for yourself. Have that clear goal and just go after it. And then the other tip is really working harder than anyone else out there, because people will send a couple DMs and say, well, I hope I get in. No, you have to keep going and keep talking to people, keep putting your name out there.
Networking, following up, being aggressive, because everyone's beautiful in this industry. Like, beauty doesn't get you anywhere.
Exactly.
So everyone's beautiful.
You have to have that it factor. Like, why should they pick you? Have something more than just your look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe so you're not missing any future videos. And then make sure you comment down below your favorite part.